sis. Let me tell you. Hey, it's your sissies. You're listening to Sis Let Me Tell You podcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Jazz.
Come on,
and we're partied out.
Oh, we really are.
We told y'all we was going to Black Alumni last weekend for our school, our college. They have a Black Alumni reunion for all Black alumni every 2 summers. We went, we saw, we slightly conquered. We said we were going to document, but y'all know we be
Didn't
lying.
document a damn thing.
Didn't take but one picture. We are not in it, so.
Oh, what's the one picture we took? For
Amber.
someone else?
Of Amber, because she became a monthly subscriber sitting right there in front of us. One of our friends.
Did. That was
Amber
so sweet.
just became a monthly subscriber. Yay. Thanks, Amber.
So now we have
Appreciate
3.
that. I know she's listening. So it was a good time.
It was fun.
It was a really
Had
good
a
time.
blast.
Yeah, I think we enjoyed it more than we thought we would. We also thought this would be our last summer attending for whatever reason. This was Jessica's first time.
And I thought it was going to be last.
Mm-hmm. But she enjoyed it.
I really did enjoy it. So I will be back.
Good. So we'll see y'all in 2 summers. Mm-hmm. There were tons of people that came up to us. We love the podcast. We see your snippets.
That was
you guys
really
are crazy.
Nice.
Yeah,
really
so that was
surprising.
cool. Yeah, that was
and
cool.
we hung up 2 stickers as well.
Oh, one was in St. Louis though.
It was.
Right? Yeah. I posted that one that Jill took. Jill posted a picture of she found the sticker and hanger that you put up. And she posted it on Facebook, so I reposted it. I thought that was sweet.
Perfect.
She said, I spy. Yeah, people were really repping for us this weekend, which was nice.
They were.
It's like you show so much love. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so are you wearing this bright pink because of the Barbie movie or what?
Yeah, how did you know?
Bitch.
I was like, this gonna make me look tan.
That's what it's getting.
On. Throw this shit on. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. A life of plastic. It's fantastic.
All right, enough.
You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. You can't hang up on me here.
I wish I could. Honestly.
Well, should we go ahead and just get into the damn episode, y'all? I don't know.
Oh, I was going to read a review.
Oh, yay. Let's hear it.
Okay. This is the 5-star review of the week.
Let's hear it.
It is from Big Chris.
Okay. First, I thought you were going to say Big Crit.
Now, hold on. The title is Love the Sissies with 2 exclamation points. So they mean that. It says, this podcast is so fun to listen to. It's very clear that you both are completely genuine, real, and hilarious in caps.
All caps? Oh, yeah. That was good, sis.
Thank you. I find myself literally laughing out loud and talking back like you all can hear me. I'm on a mission to listen to every episode since I was late to the party. Wow.
Whoa.
No one really says that. Okay.
No.
That's Jasmine cringes, but
yeah.
go ahead. Listen
ready,
back.
Buckle up.
Thank you. And then they wrap up by saying, hoping for longevity and success for the show with a heart. That is
I love
so
that.
sweet.
We'll take it. I receive every word in that
we are
review.
That.
Yeah.
The longevity.
Yes.
The success.
Yes.
That we continue having fun doing this. All of it.
Yeah. Everybody
Thanks so
says it's like they're in the
much.
room with us having a phone call and they're just like listening in.
That's
which
the
is
goal.
funny because it's like, yeah, that is our goal because that's what we started because that's what we
set out to do.
That's what we do anyway. So it should. And yeah, we are genuine. Oh, do you see Jessica's cup? Yeah, go buy one. They're
want one,
ready.
don't you?
Didn't we say we would have it ready? Bet you wish you had one.
Bet you wish you had one.
We said we would do it and we did. There's an order form available on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook, Sis Let Me Tell You Facebook group, you'll see there's a link and you can order 1, 2, 3 of them bad boys.
If you want.
And they will be shipped directly to you.
And there's 2 different color options.
Yeah.
The sparkly
like
you have and like a gunmetal charcoal gray.
Yeah. It's not like
no
super
sparkles.
shimmery, so it's more gender neutral for people that don't want a super girly cup or whatever.
Yeah. And it's on Facebook only because we couldn't figure out how to put the electronic form
on
anywhere
Instagram
else.
that people would actually want to click. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were just like, do Facebook and Facebook only. And then,
correct.
You don't have to hang around if you don't want to. But you could just join our Facebook group. Do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we would love that because we actually be talking in there. Anybody that wants a cup, you need to get them soon because they are only available for a limited time only. And we won't be doing this again for a while. So
get them now.
You know, when people when you're a part of people's crew or tribe or whatever, and they're like, yeah, only our day ones got this. Y'all would be the day ones with this. Because
that is so true.
When we end up actually making merch at a higher level, it's going to be totally different. Yeah. So this one of the originals. So get with it.
And we'll know who the real ones are.
Right. We'll keep posting it just to remind you guys, but get them sooner than later because we don't know how long they're going to be for sale.
Right.
All right. Let's spill it.
Spilt like milk.
It's already been spilt. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Ooh. Spill it, sis. Now's the time to open up IG and Facebook so you can follow along. Jessica posts all the pictures, videos, all that. Go ahead and follow along with us, okay, as we go through our gossip this week. Okay, this was interesting. I'm sure most, if not everybody, saw this. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been.
Where you been?
Yeah, to be honest. But Carlee Russell, we didn't talk about it originally because the shit is sad.
It is. We try not to focus on sad shit.
We try to just do lighthearted, fun stuff or positive things because everything is negative that you see anywhere. So we don't like to talk about it because we don't like to see it. It's just like, let's just talk happy shit unless it's just so devastating or whatever, so important. But this was something that we just didn't feel the need to bring to the table because I'm sure it was flooded your social media pages.
Your timelines anyway, right?
Yeah. So when Jess and I originally saw this, it was a video on Instagram. And did I tag you in it?
Yeah.
Okay. I tagged Jess in it and I was like, this is devastating. But I also tagged her because I'm our mother. And I wanted to warn her, like, if you see a baby on the road, girl, they snatching people. They snatching women. It's like stuff like that. You know, when you see the tissue in the handle of your car, you're not supposed to touch it now. I wouldn't know that unless it was on social media. So I tell the people that I really want to look after.
To know the information.
Yeah. Yes, in case they don't see it. So I sent it to her because of that. But also it's devastating. So for those that don't know, y'all can go look it up. But Carlee Russell she was abducted. She made a 911 call. I think it was last Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. She made a 911 call. She was on the highway late at night. She claimed that there was a baby in a diaper on the side of the road and no one else was in sight. Wow. So they told her to keep an eye on the child. The 911 call, they told her to keep an eye on the child. And so then she ended up getting out of the car. She called her sister or sister-in-law. I think it was her sister or sister-in-law. Called somebody. She was on the line. The other person on the line heard her say something to the child. Then she screamed. And then all you could hear was traffic on the call. When police arrived, all they found was her car, her phone, purse, and her wig, sis.
Mm-hmm. That detail did tickle me.
That detail tickled me too as well. Some news places didn't mention the wig, but you know, some people got to be petty and they're like, she left her wig. She lost her wig. That made it a little over the top drama wise. Because when I read it, I was like, all right.
Not it being the cane that snatches you off stage and all your clothes and everything's in the same place. That's what happened with her wig, sis. They yanked her with the damn cane and everything fell straight.
My thought was you didn't have it secured, so you wasn't wearing it for real. You wanted to leave it behind. Okay, so the reason we're making jokes is because It's a lie. It was all a lie. Okay, the police that are and were working with her and investigating cannot corroborate her story. They cannot locate a baby. They don't have any clues. Nothing.
Her story ain't making sense
with her story. So she was missing for the weekend. I think she came back 3 days later, something like that. And yeah, they've also said that they looked through her phone that was left at the crime scene. And they were trying to find clues on how to find her. Girl, they found, I don't know if you know this or not. Did you hear this part about what they found on her phone?
Just say it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, they found Google searches of if you have to pay for an Amber Alert, how young you have to be for an Amber Alert. She also Googled the movie Taken, which is about someone being abducted. She also Googled how to steal from a register without getting caught. And then there were some other searches that the police said
just suspicious.
Yeah, I mean more than suspicious.
Yeah.
Oh, she also looked up bus tickets from Birmingham to somewhere else. She lives in Alabama. My bad, y'all. I didn't say that. Birmingham to somewhere else, and then she looked into a one-way ticket from Birmingham to somewhere else. So it's kind of like, she also, what was the last thing? She was looking up. What was it?
So you mean to tell me
what?
That she decided to plan this snatch ahead of time and she didn't think to delete her cookies?
Girl, I don't know.
You gonna leave your phone behind?
You left it behind for them to look and see?
With your directions still on?
Yes.
To your final destination, sis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
It's not looking good for her. Obviously, if this was a ruse, she's got some mental health issues that she needs to work out. So it's not funny. People make light of it on social media because that's what we do. But, they also said that they found some others. That's what I was going to say. The police said that they found some other searches on her phone that kind of let them know what kind of mind state she was in at the time, but they decided to keep it private for her sake.
Okay.
So that does say something else. I mean, and the fact that they're not telling us what it is, it's probably really sensitive, maybe suicide, who knows, But I've also read, and I don't know how true it is, that some of her exes came out and talked about her and how crazy she is. Yeah. Her parents still believe, even with all this coming out, that she was abducted. And, they're just trying to get to the bottom of it. She was also fired from her job on Friday. Her boss said that the company that she worked for, it was like a spa, Woodhouse Spa in Birmingham. They took time to put up flyers for her and doing all of this. And then once it came out that this may not be true, people started giving them like bad reviews online. Like, why would you hire this person? Why would you keep this person employed? Yeah. So they're saying that their business has been so bad, they're just trying to keep the doors open. And I don't know how much of that I believe. That seems a little extra for a week, but okay. I mean, come
barely making it.
You was living paycheck to paycheck at that point
already.
Anyways, if that's the case. Yeah. Because it hasn't even been a full week since she was found. Yeah. Or maybe it has.
How would they know she gonna pull this ghost act?
Yeah, but people
Who's
love
to know.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Okay,
now, there is a concern. A lot of people are worried now that since this got so much attention that this is going to distract people that are actually missing, Black people that are actually missing, because we already don't get the shine, media attention that we should when people are missing. And now it's like, well, look, we put all our energy into this and it was fake. So people are worried like that this is gonna, I don't know, make white people think what they gonna think, because that's just the way they think anyway. So
And the reason that this story got so much attention, even in the beginning, after we found out it was possibly a ruse, was because of how bizarre the abduction was set up to be. It was already kind of sensationalized by, oh, is this toddler or baby walking on the side of the highway? Like, what? You know, it already is so dramatic in itself. Wig on the ground. Of course, we're going to pay attention and talk about that.
Right.
But usually it's not that sensational. So that's why it's like.
Now, I did see something on social media that made me think, some girl was making a video and she was saying, like, of course, this doesn't make sense. It's an abduction. All abductions are strange. All of them are weird. When people come back from being abducted, they don't make sense. They can't connect the dots. That's why they were abducted. I understand them not being able to, you know, find evidence that this even took place. Because I remember seeing something about her going into the woods, but I really don't remember where I saw that.
I feel like I saw something about that too.
Okay, so maybe they found her on camera going into the woods. They couldn't find no damn baby.
Yes,
it was dark
something
outside
on
too,
camera,
so.
I think.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah. So I was like, I hate to believe that this didn't happen to her, but the facts are not lining up. So, you know,
we can't.
If it did happen to her, I want her to have justice, huh?
I said we can't make the story make sense for her.
No, we can't. But I also don't want to doubt victims.
Right.
So, anywho, yeah. So that's that. We'll keep you posted on that. The craziness that is.
The more we find out about it, Jesus. Okay, well, a bit of good news after that.
Okay. Someone else that was missing.
Missing and possibly duplicated. Jamie Foxx. So,
peekaboo, I'm back.
I'm a ghost, but now I'm back. So we've brought to you 2 updates of recent sightings of Jamie. So we know he walking around the mean streets of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Well, this is the first post that he's made himself on camera.
Yep.
Talking after his strange hospitalization.
Yes.
Posted a video on Instagram. He is holding the camera up to his face and talking to us.
Yeah.
Okay. He's looking cute. We knew that. He is looking a little bit more slender, I feel, but that makes
paler
sense.
Too.
And a little bit paler. It could be the light, but maybe not. He's wearing a black
freckles.
His freckles are adorable.
They are.
He's wearing a black button-up polo, and he has a fresh haircut, K-Shock hair. Mm-hmm. And he's basically getting on. He almost seems nervous to make this video.
Maybe.
Did you watch? I'll show you. I'm sure you.
Yes, I watched it. A listener sent this to us.
I am so
Two
sorry.
listeners, actually.
Where is my brain? Yes,
okay.
This was a listener's suggestion, and thanks for that. So he's basically saying, like, you know, I was trying to make this video, but I didn't want to do a second take. So basically what you get out of this is what you get. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that he wanted to come forward sooner, but he didn't want us to see him in the state that he was in with like tubes and all that. He said, I just did not want y'all to see me like that. And
which is understandable. That's his choice.
Exactly. And that's kind of private if you know.
Yeah, but we expect celebrities to give it all.
Give everything you've got.
It's
and
unfair,
then some people don't even really have your best interests at heart and just be gawking. Mm-hmm. No, later for that. Mm-hmm. So he basically starts off by saying, I want to thank everyone who has, you know, rooted for me, said prayers for me. I want to, you know, thank my family, God. And he was like, you know, my daughter and my family has held me down.
Yeah.
I think he got to a really, really low point. And I'm sure because of the medical issues that he was having, he was close to death. So he feels like without everyone's support, he probably wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
And I think he's on the other side now and he's just looking back, appreciating it. Yeah. He also joked a bit in the video, which I was happy to see. he said he was addressing some of the speculations people were having about his disappearance. Basically, like he said, "Oh, you guys thought that I was blind or something," and he did like his eyes like this. He said,
one
eyes are working
and then
fine.
the other.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Did I do it?
It looked like
Oh
it.
shit!
Try it again. Yeah, you doing it.
I am,
but I've never been able to go cross-eyed for real without the finger.
Oh, okay.
So
look at me.
Yeah, you're talented.
Hidden talents.
So, yeah, he did that. He said, "See, my eyes are working fine." And then he mentioned that he was happy that he's able to work and that people are accepting him back to work.
Yeah.
And that he's excited about his movie, They Clone Tyrone. And then he said, "Oh, and, you know, people were saying that I was a clone." And he did this. Like he's going to rip off his face. He said, "Just kidding." I mean, it's just too cute to see him smiling. Yeah. Talking to us.
Yes.
And just being himself. He said he wants to be remembered for his movies, his music.
Of course.
You know, yeah. Like
you could tell he's been through hell and back. And
basically
so coming humbly, and he did start to tear up too. So
he did tear up.
But I do want to be clear that when we talked about him, we weren't asking for him to get on and give us a step-by-step. We just wanted an update of some kind. And if he wasn't in a good spot, then he wasn't in a good spot. But an update would have been nice because he did have people praying for him for a month and it was crickets. Talking about his daughter talking about a new show and he out playing pickleball. So why haven't we heard from him then? You know, it was just like one of those.
It was bizarre.
It was bizarre. And he went through a hard time and you can tell, girl, his mustache looked like he was going through a hard time. It looked like what he had been through. Half of it was like missing. What? Like this part of his mustache was like gone.
It looks like it's not tidied up very well.
It looked like he tried to tidy it up and said, "Whoops."
And
then I don't know, but
hand slipped.
Yeah.
Oh, he also mentioned something about his arm. Somebody said said that he was paralyzed.
Oh,
and he said, "No, I'm not paralyzed." And he moved. I just remember that.
Yeah, well, we had to speculate. We had to fill in the blanks because nobody told us.
Because nobody was talking to us. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what.
But yeah, so no, he's fine. Everybody,
good.
I'm so happy about this.
Okay. This.
I'm ready. Okay,
whoa.
Lip work.
Now, I am not sure if this is something that happened a long time ago.
Okay.
This is my first time hearing about it, and it's back in the news because of what's going on. Let me just say that, because people be like, "That's old. That was from 2020." Well, it's coming back, so we talking about it now.
It's relevant, right?
Yeah, it's relevant now, so shut up and leave me alone about that. Ooh. Dwight Howard. Who's thought about Dwight Howard in the last
Who is
10
Dwight
years?
Howard?
Huh?
Who's Dwight Howard?
Basketball player, tall. I used to love him for whatever reason. Google him, sis. Dwight Howard. He's a basketball player. He played for Magic, I think. And
I ain't a sports girly.
You should be. Your husband is. Dwight Howard, sis. Remember his baby mama was on. No, his baby mama on some show. I can't remember. Was it Love and Hip Hop? Bitch, I don't remember. One of these reality shows. And she could never really talk about their kids. He's got like 1 million kids I think 7 kids by different women, but not 7, but he's got several kids by several women.
Okay.
Anywho, do you see him?
Sorry to that man. I don't know him.
You don't know him by looking at him, sis? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, okay. This may not mean as much to you then.
Okay. Maybe.
He's in a little deep doo-doo.
Oh.
As of right now. He's being sued for allegedly sexually assaulting a man. Mm-hmm. That's me gulping.
Uh-huh. A grown man?
And I want to say when I watched, girl, now let me look up what his baby mama was on. Dwight Howard. What was her name? It started with an R, I think. Baby mama. It was like, what was it? Royce Reed. Show was. Now, what show was it?
Love and Basketball.
Huh?
Love and Basketball.
That's a movie.
I'm sorry. Basketball Wives.
Basketball wives. Okay, now you might be there. You might be right there.
I am. I remember Royce. I couldn't stand her. She was real short.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
so yes, you know who we're talking about. This is our baby
I know
daddy.
her.
This is the baby daddy she used to complain about on the show.
Okay, got it.
So now you're here. We're here. We're together.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like she mentioned it on the show about him and men, but I could be making that up. I feel like if it wasn't on the show, she said it in the past because they've been in a war for many, many years. I think they get along and then they hate each other, get along and hate each other.
Yeah.
Anywho. So a man named Stephen Harper filed the lawsuit against Dwight Howard for assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment.
So like he.
So when
Go ahead.
So when I'll tell you, sis, I've got everything. Okay. When I first saw this online, it was screenshots that this guy it's either Stephen or Steven. I'm not sure how he pronounces it. But there were messages between Dwight Howard and Steven, and he took screenshots of all of them to kind of help prove his point. And when I read them, I was just like, okay, but where's the assault? And that's what a lot of people in the comments were saying. Then when I read this article, I was like, oh, okay. The reason he released those text messages was just to kind of tell you, like, this is what
we had a relationship.
The arrangement was going to be. Okay. Yes. So from May 2021 through July 2021, very short, they continued an exchange through text messages. Several of the messages were sexually explicit. And when I'm talking sexually explicit, Miss Squirrel, Dwight Howard ended up saying, now I want you to know I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. Bitch, he was asking for dick pics. Dwight Howard was asking this man for dick pics, but you just calling that like I'm freaky. So
why even deny it? If you like peen sometimes, just
say you like
cool
the peen.
With that.
Just he's doing eggplant emojis, and the guy would send him a dick pic, and Dwight would go nuts in the messages. Nuts.
You fucking lying.
It was hard to read. Cause I was like,
you're reading porn.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I couldn't see the pictures that the guy sent, but I mean,
of course not.
It's clear they were nasty. I mean, Dwight was asking for pictures and then he would send them and then Dwight would go ham on these pictures and you know what he did. I want to say he even said that he pleasured himself to the pictures. Girl, anywho. So then he's saying, well, I'm not gay or anything. So they made this arrangement.
Now, if you have to say that, I'm sorry, but you are.
Yeah, and you're the only one that really is in denial here. We don't really give a fuck. And then Stephen was very gracious about it. He said, oh, no, it's cool. Like, he was just like, oh, it's cool. Like, bubbly, like, it's fine. You know, like, oh, no, I believe you. It's all good. Nigga, you gay. And you about to have your mouth on my nutsack. Okay, so they had been talking through text message for a couple months. And they decided to go ahead and meet up. And it was a really weird meetup. It's like one of those, like, I should probably think before I do this, but I'm not. And this could be potentially a dangerous situation. Not to put any blame on Stephen. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just thinking back to like a situation when I did this, something similar. And I was like, bitch, you could have been killed because you did not know this nigga. It was like a late text that Dwight sent and was like, you should come through.
You up?
Yeah. And I think it was like a 2-hour drive for Steven. Yeah. So he was like, are you going to be up type of thing? And he was like, yeah, come on through, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. So Steven's like, all right, bet, I'm on my way. Gets in the car. He starts driving. As he's driving, Dwight texts him again and says, he said something before that about his son being home because he was like, you don't have nobody in your house? And he was like, my son's in there in his room sleep or something. And I was like, oh, God, the trash.
Yeah. Don't do it. What if the son gets up? I've had a nightmare.
Yeah. So then Stephen was driving and Dwight asked if he wanted a threesome.
Oh, no. Don't
I'm already on my way.
On me.
Yeah, don't switch it up on me. Exactly. And then I remember the guy, Steven, responding like, I'm already on my way. Like, I'm like 10 minutes out. Like, what? So you could tell he was like not too into it. He wasn't like, yeah, the more the merrier. That wasn't his response.
And who was this other person?
Exactly. I don't know. And then I think he said it would be saying it might be either a man or a woman.
Now, wait a minute.
And it says that Stephen refused, but I don't remember seeing that message. Not that it didn't take place. I just don't remember seeing that. So it turned out to be a man dressed as a woman named Kitty. Now, let me read you verbatim what it says. It says that Dwight stood up, towering over Stephen once he got there, grabbed Stephen by the thighs, forcibly removed Stephen's underwear, held Stephen down, and performed non-consensual oral sex on Stephen. Then Stephen was in fear of imminent bodily harm when he was pinned down and forced to remain in place while Dwight Howard continued to sexually assault him. They said during the court, I don't know if it was a court hearing or whatever, but Stephen is alleging that Dwight forced his penis into his mouth while performing sexual act with Kitty as well. So he's doing something with Kitty, but then forcing his penis in Stephen's mouth. Yeah, so that's basically what happened. So he felt like he was stuck. He couldn't leave. He's being forced to do sexual acts that he wasn't
intending.
He didn't agree to at the time. And then he's forced to be with this other person that he also didn't agree to be present. Mm. But Dwight Howard's not gay. This is all alleged, of course, but he's being sued. So is that not crazy?
Damn.
That's insane. Now, this did happen 2 years ago. It was in 2021, and people on the internet, of course, are going to make their own assumptions. They're like, he must be sick. Like, he wants some money for something. Mm. But, I mean, that whole you want a threesome type shit at the last minute was weird.
It is weird. And it
was
feels
very
like a
weird.
setup.
It does feel like a setup. It does.
Because let it have been, and I don't know what Kitty was looking like, but if it had been someone of Dwight's stature, and I don't know how large or small Stephen is,
right?
But 2 against 1 period is always going to be a hard situation to get out of.
Correct.
But let that Kitty have been humongous.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Over with. Yeah, it's done.
And Dwight Howard's huge, tall and muscular. Mm-hmm. He's very strong shouldered. I mean, and it sounds like if he was towering over Stephen may be somewhat of a small guy. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But
or just
regular girl. He's just a big nigga. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? When I saw that, I was like, you fucking lying. Wow. When I seen them eggplant emojis, I was like, I'm out. Get me out of here.
I just don't understand why. I do understand. But I just wish that
people would be real with themselves.
Be real with yourself. Accept yourself. But I also know why people don't. So it's hard to be like, just be yourself. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. We know the stipulations surrounding that.
Yeah. Especially him being a figure in a straight male dominated sport.
And he's black. But also, the down low part of it is not cool either.
No, it's not.
That's but a very dangerous situation to be in as well.
But also, you allow people to weaponize it because you haven't come out and
you haven't said it yourself.
Yeah,
and now
heard it directly from you.
Because who knows how many other sexual meetups he's had with other people, and maybe those went okay, maybe they didn't.
We'll see if more people come forward.
And
this would be the time.
Very well, may. Mm-hmm. But it just if he would have given himself that fluidity to be able to experiment and try, he probably wouldn't have such pent up, sexual tension regarding men.
Yeah, maybe. There's a resentment there.
And possibly a self-hatred aspect of it. You know, like, oh, why you like this? Why do you?
Which then turns into a sexual, you sexualize it. Yeah. Ugh, it's sick. Yeah. So anyway.
Yikes. All righty. Let me bring you back with something silly.
And then it's going to get serious again.
Stop doing this to us.
It's good though. Like it's something y'all need to know.
No, I actually want it.
Yeah, good.
Okay, Doja Cat. Y'all's best friend.
Doja.
Okay, so apparently stands of Doja Cat, which I didn't even think there were that many of them, but apparently there's a few. I mean, if we're being honest, like, is she like one of those figures that you just feel like has such a loyal fan base? That's not what it gives me.
I would say yes, but like you said, it's probably not as many as like Barb's or.
Exactly. Yeah. So her fan base tried to nickname themselves.
Okay.
Like Barb's or Beehive or, you know, the like. They started calling themselves Kitten or Kittens with a Z, bitch.
Because she's Doja Cat. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
They could have come a little harder than that.
They could have, didn't. They said, no, this is it. This is what we're rolling with. They had a meeting. Okay. And it was
town hall
a vote 7 against 3. So majority rules.
Not 10 total. Okay.
There's 10 total. Well, she didn't like it. She said no. The nickname. She tweeted, "My fans don't name themselves shit. If you call yourself Kitten or fucking Kittens with the Z, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
That means you need to get off your phone and get a job and help your parents with the house."
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, usually the artist takes the lead and names her fans.
I'm sorry, that tickled me so much.
And help your parents with the house.
Help your parents with the house because you live with them. Got to.
That is interesting. Yeah, usually the artists name their fans, but maybe the fans will give suggestions, but they don't just name themselves, I don't think.
They did.
And you got to come harder than Kittens, especially for Doja. She's so weird, and
she's weird.
It's got to be something bigger than that.
Right.
Well, I feel like some of that frustration with her fans may have come from this, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, I'm not
that
finished.
it? Go ahead.
It goes on.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. So then one of her fans, whose name is the Kittenz Web, they said, "What should I change my name to since you don't like the term kitten?"
Mm-hmm.
She responds. She says, "Just delete the entire account and rethink everything. It's never too late."
That's sad because they are your fans, though. So you shouldn't be
exactamundo
mean to them.
Then she went on to say, "Jasmine,
God,
okay, she's a menace." She said,
"Yeah, she is a menace. You're right."
Also, her picture is of I'm assuming it's her mouth. I'm not sure, but it's of a pair of lips, and it looks like the nose is bleeding into the mouth, so the tooth is kind of bloody, a little bit of the lip. That's her picture right now. Okay, just thought you should.
It's her MO.
Totally. Mm-hmm. So then she also said, and this is, I think, just to the ether. You're making my government name your SN is creepy as fuck. I don't know about Kitten being your government name. I know Cat's not your last name. So I don't know where she's going there.
What's her real name?
It's not going to be Cat.
Never know.
And then someone else replied was basically like, Lord, a Doja notice, basically like, okay, she's putting her foot down on this, guys. Let's move on from the kittens.
She's got 4 names. None of them are kitten or cat.
I know, or cat. I know this because why would it be?
Amala, Ratna, Zendile, Dlamini.
Okay.
What is she?
Jess, stop. What is she? Because of the name.
She's something else. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But I mean,
her religion's Judaism.
Oh, so we know she's half white, right? So that's probably.
Yeah, she's mixed, black and white. But that name, I guess she's Jewish. Okay.
Could be a Jewish name. But yeah, so basically, fans felt isolated because she was like, "No,
I'm sure they did because your fans are trying to band together, but your ass is too busy dating somebody new that they don't like, which is what I'm getting to next."
Okay, let's hear it.
And that's what makes me think maybe these two are linked, like her frustration with her fans, possibly. I don't know for sure.
Oh, because they're not riding hard for who she's with. Okay,
so she's facing backlash from fans all over because she's in a new relationship with a comedian. His name is J.Cyrus. He's white. Are you shocked?
No, she loves a white boy.
Oh yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think you'd be shocked. Yeah, he's white. Well, they have been seen together, but they never confirmed that they were dating. He is known best for his Twitch account. He started on Vine making short rap videos. You know, Vine was 6 seconds, Miss Squirrel. And then he switched over to Twitch where he games. And I think he also has a TikTok where he does like short videos, kind of like what he used to do on Vine. Okay. So that's how he is known from his accounts. And then I saw somebody say like, this makes sense as to why she's leaning into the rap lane so heavy because of him. He's probably all in her ear like, yeah, go ahead and spit that rap, girl. And it's like,
wasn't she already a rapper?
Well, remember this new album that she has? She said she wanted it to solely be rap.
Oh,
her last album was not like that. Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you about the boyfriend.
Okay.
And why people are against.
Not for him.
Okay. Somebody tweeted, sorry, Doja Cat, for letting you know your man had abused and taken advantage of so many women. And let's not say how he was in mine and other minors at the time's DMs. But thank you for listening. It's not like I was a huge fan of yours anyway. Doja had blocked her based on something that she said about J.Cyrus. Doja went on a blocking spree. Anybody that says something negative about her man, she was like, block, I don't need this, block. So then somebody else tweeted, Doja Cat blocking people asking her why she's in a relationship with a predator isn't horrible, yet not surprising. She is the same woman who was actively making fun of Amber Heard on TikTok and Instagram. I don't know who Amber Heard is.
Yes, you do.
I do?
Yes, that's Johnny Depp's ex-wife. Remember they had that nasty ass divorce in court? You don't remember? We talked about this. Johnny Depp?
But what did she do? What did they do in court? What about her? Why would she be talking about her on TikTok?
Oh, sis, this is too much to get into.
Okay, don't worry about it. Give me the short version.
Okay, so Johnny Depp was married to Amber Heard. She's young. She's an actress.
Okay.
And then all of this stuff started to come out about him being like abusive to her, like getting drunk and like them getting into fights. Then, he started losing work on behalf of all the stuff that she's claiming. Mm-hmm. Then, they decide, okay, we're getting divorced. And then it gets really ugly because he sues her for defamation, and then she countersues, I think, for something else.
Oh, that kind of rings a bell, actually.
Okay. And then as this whole legal battle is being played out publicly, girl, it looks bad on both of them. Girl, He said like she shit in the bed one time. I mean, girl, it got ugly.
All right.
But she was so petty about it. It was
the wife?
nasty. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was, I mean, trying to tear him to shreds, but ended up kind of embarrassing herself in the process. He won the case.
Oh, of course. He's got more power too. Oh.
Well, but I mean,
okay.
I think it was rightfully so. But I think a lot of people were split on who they believed. And so.
Okay. Well, somebody else tweeted and said Doja Cat is crashing out over a man who happens to be a sexual predator. Ladies, what y'all got going on? So then I started looking into like, well, why him? What'd he do? Because everybody's saying that he's a sexual predator, but like, what exactly
where are y'all
did he
getting
do?
this from? Mm-hmm.
So from what it sounds like, because there's actual victims that are still out here on the World Wide Web, and they're like, no, I didn't forget. And they're speaking up like, no, you did it to me. There was an apology found from him in 2020. That wasn't that long ago. A long ass apology. And he's apologizing for this stuff. So it happened. He didn't specifically say like, I was a sexual predator for you guys. He didn't say that, but it was a huge, long apology. So
there's some truth to it.
Oh yeah. I would say the majority of it, if not all of it. So the reason why people know they're dating now is because they were seen kissing on a yacht in Mexico recently. So people are like, whoa, wait, you dating him? And that's when she started blocking these people. Somebody tweeted a little backstory about once popular 36-year-old streamer J.Cyrus. He is known to live stream himself playing various games on Twitch. A lot of women migrated to these live streams to watch him stream. And while they were doing this, he manipulated, abused, and took advantage of them. And this includes like minors. So he had people that were moderators working for his Twitch channel. And I'm sure they were volunteers. I don't know. But he took advantage of them like emotionally. He would do stuff like self-harm to bring them in. Yeah. Bring them in and have control. And then like kind of break them down. It was sick, the stuff that I was reading.
So is he sadistic? Is that what they're getting at?
I don't know. I did not see the word sadistic. I saw a manipulator. Okay. That he's a master manipulator. He took advantage of having all these girls come on and they trusted him. You know, people get into that stuff. You grow a crowd and they act like they feel like they know you and they trust you. And then he took their trust and betrayed them by taking advantage of them. That's what it sounds like, sis. Damn. So, yeah, this is who her man is, and she's riding 10 toes.
Okay, but if we're going to be honest, this sounds right up her fucking alley to me. She's been dabbling so heavily recently, and all of this could be influenced by him. Got that fucking bat carcass.
Bat tattoo, you right.
That bat carcass tattooed on her back. I mean, it's like she's very leaning into, you know, the kind of dark
sadistic,
side
like you said,
kind of. I mean, I don't know if hers is sadistic, but you know,
what
just
is sadistic?
like,
I thought it was like, I'm thinking satanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Why am I so
it's different?
Okay.
Yeah, I would say hers would probably lean more like on the satanic, like, ooh, I might fuck a corpse. I don't know. Okay. You know, it's like, I feel like she is heading in that direction, and it could be at his, you know, advising influence, but this doesn't sound off to me at all about her. I don't think that she trusts, and this is me just talking. Please don't take this out of context. I don't think that she trusts her own mind. We've talked about her
mental
health. She kind of floats around in life and kind of just does. Girl, her showing up to that awards as a cat and not talking. It's funny on the outside. Oh, was he?
I saw a picture of them together.
Okay, then. It's funny on the outside, But then if you like sit and think about it for 5 minutes, you're like, that's fucked up.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's strange.
It's very strange.
Like for you to commit to that bit all night.
But it makes sense for her though. She's weird
It
and she likes the attention.
because of what we know about her. I don't know. I just feel like there's something more there.
Oh, I'm sure
and
it is.
It's
troubling.
It is troubling.
And then you gonna turn against all the people that's been supporting you and your bald headed, no eyebrow
She's done
having
that
ass
before too.
all this time. Now
her fans
another
have
thing,
whiplash.
yeah, they don't know what to believe. Right, which is why there's only 10 of them standing now. The Kittenz, they've disbanded,
and now they got to work on changing their name, so they're gonna be busy.
Girl, they probably like, well, fuck you too, bitch.
And she's about to go. She's on tour or about to go on tour. Who's gonna show up?
Bitch, I don't know. There were some exes of his that came out with screenshots, DMs, everything, saying that they were talking to him up until just recently. One girl said she had pictures of him dick pics that he sent her from Doja's house in New York. So there was one screenshot where he was saying like when they first started talking, they were open and that they used to go to these sex clubs and she would get ate out by somebody and he would get his dick stroked. And this shit was just for fun. Anywho, girl, yeah, that's that. Drive-by gossip, anyone? It's wild.
I'm sick of you for this. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, sis. I saw it and I was like, oh, I have to talk about it. It's a must.
I'm glad you did. It's just, okay.
Okay, this one is quick. This is drive-by. And a listener sent us this one. I was like, oh, this is worth talking about. Okay. Monica was performing, and I don't have any details. I just looked at the clip, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll mention it. And she sent it late, so I didn't see it till late. But Monica was performing on stage somewhere, and in the crowd, she saw a man hit a woman. She stopped the performance and was like, nigga, who the fuck you think you hitting on? And you couldn't hear what the guy was saying back or if he was reacting at all. But she keeps talking to him like, don't you put your hand on a woman again. Girl, she jumps off stage and gets in the crowd. She said, here, take this mic. She got down and you hear people yelling and she cussed this nigga clean out. This bitch got off the stage. But you know, Monica been here for a minute.
For sure.
So that was crazy. I was like, oh, she hopped off the stage.
I think that was just adrenaline.
It wasn't
because
safe.
that wasn't a safe move.
But she had a bodyguard down there, and then a bodyguard jumped down. It did look like there was a bodyguard right there, a big guy, and then a bodyguard that jumped down with her. So
okay,
she may have felt protected.
Okay, good. I was like, ooh, Monica, please. That's crazy. The fact that she could see that from the stage.
Oh, it was right up front. It was close. It was close to the stage.
He acted up.
I guess.
In the front?
I guess. Then our listener called her Goonica. And then I was thinking the song, New Monica, Goon Monica. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
That is crazy.
New Monica. Yeah, there's that. What you got?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look at that clip.
Yeah, I can show you. I'll send it to, well, it's in our messages. You'll see it.
Okay. Drizzy Drake. He appeared on an episode of the Real Good podcast with Bobby Alfoff. Bitch, how do you pronounce
the white girl?
Oh, I don't know. You know who this is?
Yes.
Huh. Why do you know her?
I just keep seeing clips of her interviewing black men and it blows me every fucking time.
Really? Okay,
yes.
Well, this ain't gonna make you feel no better.
I think I saw this clip because I started watching it and I was like, why am I watching this?
Okay.
But tell me.
Okay. I'm sure they went over several things. I didn't actually watch the clip. I didn't feel like it was necessary. But they got onto the topic of why he's never been married. First of all, he's still young. Everybody pump your motherfucking brakes.
Okay.
Why are we pressuring people to marry?
That the basis of this podcast is like, she talks really low, soft, monotoned. Okay. She's a white girl and she's tiny and she's. Why are you sitting there looking at me like that? Stop. It makes me uncomfortable. Do you want me? This is how the podcast goes. Yeah.
Did she say that to somebody?
She said that to another person and he was like, nah, you not my type. It was a comedian and I can't think of his name. He's like, nah, you not my type. I like black girls that got two baby daddies that tap their head when they weave itch, that goes outside and fights and says, leave my baby daddy alone. And I wouldn't. And then they come in and hit me upside my head. That's the type of woman I like. You don't really fit that description. Like, that's how her podcast is. It's silent.
Why was she saying that to him in the first place?
Because that's how her podcast is. That's how she talks to people. It's like, that's her style.
So she's kind of like weirdish.
Yeah.
Kind of intentionally. You know what that reminds me of?
Who?
I know you never watched this show, but maybe some other people have and they can co-sign.
Okay.
Portlandia. Okay. It was a show with... I don't remember their
name. It's okay, sis. Just tell us about it.
But it was just kind of a weird, ironic show. A guy and a girl. Oh, the guy's name is Fred Amnerston or something like that.
Okay.
They're both funny. Funny. And the show takes place in Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. And it's just basically they're playing different characters that live in the city. That's the whole show.
Okay. I can see what that was
hilarious. It was hilarious. But the girl, her personality in most of the characters kind of bleeds through, even though she's playing a role.
Okay.
And it kind of gives that. Like a scene from that show could have been this, like, why are you sitting there looking at me? Stop it. Don't look at me. You want me?
Are you interested in me? Like
that would be.
Her and Drake were in the bed. That was the episode. They were in the bed. Mm-hmm. Let me just tell you why I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
It's supposed to be like weird and almost uncomfortable. And Drake was starting out like, because she said something about his name. He said Drake, and he said, "What?" She said, "What's your real name?" And he said, "Drake. That's my legal middle name." And she was like, "What's your first name?" And he was like, "Audrey." And she said, "Okay." And he said, "What?" And she was like, "Nothing." It's like that, sis. What I don't like about it, which I can see the concept, it is awkward and it's supposed to be, but it's like comedic in a way, but it's awkward and weird and it's uncomfortable, but it's entertaining. What I don't like about it is it's just this little old white bitch, monetizing our blackness. And I hate that because the only clips that I see of her are with black men. And I don't know. Something about it rubs me the wrong way. Like she's stunting in front of her white audience because that's who's listening.
Mm-hmm. And almost like, are you asking questions to trip them up to make them look like a fool? Is that it?
I don't think so. I think they understand the show that they're going on, so they already know what to expect. But
okay. Miss me is what I can tell you.
Yeah. So what about what she asked him? If
okay,
he
so.
How we get here?
So I know. So basically, they got to the issue of him not being married. Is he interested in marriage? And he was basically like, I don't know, something like a thing of. He's basically describing marriage as something that's kind of like ancient, and is like, I mean, yeah, if you think about it, like
especially
it's a
for an entertainer,
old practice. And not everybody is jiving with that. And that's not a new topic.
Correct.
And so he goes on to say that he eventually thinks he may settle down with someone.
Okay.
But at the moment, he doesn't think he's equipped for marriage.
That's good.
He said I don't think I can offer somebody what they'd be looking for right now. Just consistency. I think my life, my work is my priority, which that's also very clear.
Oh, yeah.
So now this comment makes more sense. What I'm about to tell you makes more sense because you described her podcast.
Okay. What did she say?
She says that she thinks he doesn't want to get married because he wants to keep sleeping around. When I first read it, I was just like, who the fuck?
Who are you?
Witness? Like, right. And
she's one of controversy, but yeah.
Yeah. But now it makes sense. It makes a lot more sense. That
okay, well, good.
That and his response was, he wouldn't want to not be able to contribute as a partner. He doesn't want to disappoint anyone.
Very good.
And I was just like, okay. I mean, at least he knows that about himself and he's not just going to be trying. Then he said he would probably not end up marrying someone famous. So you got a chance, sis, maybe. He said famous people. Okay. He said famous people really aren't anything intriguing.
Although he be intrigued. But okay. Maybe he'll go back to an old fling that wasn't famous. That we know.
Girl, one of them diamonds in that necklace. Maybe he'll loop back around to that.
Oh, boy. Okay, speaking of Drake, on his It's All a Blur tour.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about people throwing shit on stage. I saw this, and then multiple people sent this to us to talk about as well.
Okay.
Someone threw up a bra. He was like walking through the crowd, and he's about to, go in front of the crowd. And right before then, they threw the bra. It was like perfect timing. So he bent down, picked it up, looked at it, and it was like, damn. Girl, looked at the size. It's a 36G. So he said, locate this woman immediately. Find her now. And girl, you know the internet gonna do what they do. Found her.
Somebody did?
Yes, but of course, she ended up, some people came forward saying it was them, but it really wasn't them. Of course. She ended up posting videos. Somebody was recording right behind the girl who threw it. And so she's on the camera holding the black bra and then throwing it. But somebody, and where did I see that? I don't think I have it. But somebody tweeted like, it's a plain bra. It's supportive. It covers it up.
It was just a slide. Go back to the message.
Oh, it was?
Where the video was. And just slide over. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Bitch, no, it wasn't. Oh, maybe it's another one. Oh, yeah, here it is. It said, somebody tweeted, was like, thank you, sis. Black bra, padded, 36G. Smelled refreshing, crisp texture. That's a woman in her late 20s. Great job, a solid best friend, single, looking for fun, but not too much. Needs comfort and security over fancy shit. No lace. Tells me she's a tough cookie and she's a mover and a shaker. He's right. Find her.
It is pertinent.
No lace. She about business over. She's comfort over cute. Yeah. That made me laugh.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but they ended up finding her. She posted a video like, it was me, girl. It looked like she was in the bathroom making a video, bent down to grab something. She was like, it was me. So they found her. Anywho, and another thing.
Her immediately.
You think she wasn't looking like much. So I don't know if he did or not. Most people, there were a lot of rude comments in the
okay.
Yeah, somebody was like, can we unfound her? People, they're mean. I mean, I don't know if she's his type. She is thick now. There was a picture of her in a bikini released, and she is thick, but she's like a regular girl. Huh? Speaking of any people throwing objects on stage again, you know how Latto had that incident last week where somebody threw something up and she was about to fight him. Somebody threw a phone at her on stage.
Not a second occurrence. They're trying to get a rise. That is clear.
It had to have. She was going to stop the show after that. Why wouldn't you at this point? Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody threw it.
And it hit her, did it?
I don't think it did.
When artists stop having live shows, y'all really gonna be mad. Y'all gonna hate it.
Oh yeah.
Because why are you ruining it for everybody? They're gonna have either some plastic screen, what are the screens for COVID? They're gonna have them babies up, and you're not gonna get that same experience with artists because y'all don't know how to act.
Right. There were also people complaining that she was performing with no shoes on. I don't understand that. They said it was nasty. I don't think that's the end of the world. She was up twerking and stuff. She ended up resuming the show, twerking and shit. What does that matter? Yeah. Anywho. All right, what else? Somebody sent us this one as well. Just a quick, you dig. Ochocinco, he ended up posting a video and was like, fellas, you could save your money if you learn to do all the basic necessities when it comes to a woman's upkeep. Sign up for my classes and YouTube tutorials for only $20, and you can save thousands a year taking my course. Read my bio for more info and what I excel at. Bitch, he's doing knotless braids on his woman. And when I tell you this is the slowest braider I've ever seen in my life, you're going to be there for 20 hours waiting on this nigga to braid your hair. But the funny thing is, he put in his bio on Instagram or Twitter. I can't tell which one this one is. I think it's Instagram. He has underneath his name, 6-time certified lash artist, esthetician, and Zumba instructor.
Stop.
I don't know if he's being serious or not, but
okay,
girl. Just because you could save money, although you got money, but I know he is frugal because I've heard about him like wearing outfits over and over and stuff because he don't want to spend a whole lot of money on something expensive.
That doesn't bother me.
But the braiding the hair, it's more of a hassle than it's like I'd rather just pay to get it done.
I'm paying somebody to get these braids done.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now.
So far. Yeah. I'm not asking my husband to do this. We both gonna be frustrated by the end of it.
Oh Lord.
You got an update for us?
Update.
Okay.
Yes. We're back again, Cardi and Tasha K. So we know that Tasha K spoke up a check she can't cash. All right. Well, she filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 11, because obviously she's being taken for all she's worth. And this is to protect her. Well, it has stalled things a bit as far as her payments go.
Okay.
And Cardi's like,
yeah.
What else can I do? She talks to her lawyer. Her lawyer said, huh? Oh, got you. And basically, they have submitted a subpoena, and I hope I'm pronouncing this anywhere correctly, Deuces Tecum on Tasha K's husband. And this subpoena basically requires the witness to produce a document or documents pertinent to a proceeding. So she is wanting the husband to set out his list of assets to see if we could take from those.
Because she thought he was going to be safe. Girl, please. Girl, please.
Guess so. And Cardi said, no. Let me see what you're working with, Playboy. So he has to produce it. It's a subpoena, a legal subpoena. And I believe that after the documents are produced, then her team can review it on camera. And I think they can take as long as they need to review it. So they can see if they can squeeze some cash out of something he got.
Damn.
And
this is the reason why Tasha should have shut her mouth.
Jasmine, the fact that it was the videos from her Unwind with Tasha K where she did where she did all that talking, and she was asked multiple times to take the videos down and she refused. So this is what happens.
Yep.
They gave you a chance, several chances.
Yep. They did. Man, you thought you was fucked up. Too big in here for your britches. All right, let's switch it up.
All right.
All right.
Switch up.
This is a public service announcement. A motherfucking PSA.
Okay, we are doing PSA.
PSA.
Okay, you want to go first?
Sure. This is in honor of Black alumni.
Oh, okay.
Realization. Clubs are for the youth. And the youth only. They're not fun anymore. There's nothing I can do in a club. Nothing I need. I think part of it has to do with me being married. So it's almost like, what's the point of me being here? Like, I'm not huge in like dancing anymore. I mean, like, how am I dancing at this age? Unless I'm doing some sort of step or something like cha-cha slide or something like that. What am I doing unless I'm twerking, which I'm typically not twerking in public anymore. I'm trying to figure out like, what do I do here? Because I'm typically going to find somewhere to sit with a drink, and the drinks aren't going to be what I want them to be. So why not just go to a place where I could sit down and listen to music and drink, and that just be it? It don't need to be a club for me personally. Also, when I used to go to the club, I was looking for niggas. At this point, that's not what I'm looking for. So why am I here?
No, it's understandable. It truly, it is.
I mean, I could see it being fun going with your girls just to dance and like get it in, but I don't see myself getting it in unless maybe there's songs played from like my past party days, and then it makes me like, oh shoot, you know. But I don't know. I'm getting old.
But even still, you can dance to that seated.
True. Me and Jess were yawning. We were fighting tooth and nail to stay awake. We were fighting so hard to stay amongst the land of the living during this party. It was a day party, mind you.
But it went to like
night.
10 p.m.
True.
A day party's typically, early afternoon, maybe starting at noon, ending at 4.
We
didn't get there till 5, after 5.
It was rough. It was rough. We couldn't do it. We looked at each other like, we're ready.
Like,
let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. For sure.
And if I'm going to have a good time, it was going to be with the people we were there with. So that wasn't it. It wasn't the people. It wasn't the crowd. Like, that was the time that I would have been partying.
And I did have a good time. But my clock ran out. Social meter, gone. And then I felt like drunkish and like almost nauseous just because of the bass rattling. This has in my body, in your entire body rattling. And this doesn't mean anything bad towards like the party or the person that threw it or anything like that. It's a us thing. Mm-hmm. It's a me thing. Yeah, I put it on me. It's a me thing. Correct, Miss Girl. Mm-hmm. Yikes. We're old. Yeah. Okay. Both of mine are going to be pet peeves. Okay. Me addressing pet peeves. Okay. Very good. I like it. Okay. So if it touches you, it's meant to. Uh-oh. It's for you directly. First one. Uh-huh. Influencers, stop asking your followers for money for your pet care. We're not paying for our own pet care. We've been ignoring that for years. But people do. People pay. I'm not paying for your dog's teeth. I'm not paying for their surgery or their cancer treatment. Okay. I will not pull out this wallet. Okay. Stop guilting these people into spending their money on your pet. Yeah. Okay?
Well, typically when influencers like, okay, let's say it's a page that is strictly about a dog or a cat or whatever, and it has like thousands of people that follow. If something were to happen, they always want to know. And then they're like, well, you couldn't afford the surgery, so you had to put the dog down? You should have told us. We would have donated $500 to little Johnny and his arm. You know, so it's like these people want to know, and they will give surgery bought and paid for with a tip on top, gratuity. So I know it's not for you.
My statement still stands.
It's a pet peeve for you.
Influencers do it. They animal ain't got shit to do with their page.
Oh, now that, okay.
Second, when people get pets, you just know that you're going to have some expenses or you got some tough decisions to make. And if the money that you're receiving from your social media ain't going to cover it, you better get you another job. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not splitting bills with nobody.
So if Brian had a dog page and he had a large fan base and they loved him, obsessed, and something went wrong, you wouldn't be like, if you guys want to help donate, here's my Cash App?
No.
Either that or I got to put him down. You gonna put him down?
Jasmine, we've had to pay out the wazoo for these old niggas downstairs.
Yeah,
all of them.
I know.
And I've not reached out to a single person that I know. Our dogs need theirs. And we've got 3. All of them old, decrepit. No, I would not ask, go on camera. I'm not doing that. Brian, asking for cash for my dog's health is absolutely not. No.
Oh, God, that is funny. Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That is funny.
You're next.
Oh, my bad, girl. I'm sitting here looking at these curls. Not doing what I want them to do. Okay, this also is kind of inspired based on road trips.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what'd I just do with it? Oh, it's at the top.
Oh, geez.
Girl, where is it?
Oh, sis.
I got it. When driving, the left lane is for passing and passing only. And this is when you have a 2-lane situation.
I was going to say it has to be a 2-lane.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on a 4-lane freeway or something, it's like, well, whatever. But typically you going to go slow. You better sit on that right side, move, you know.
Hang to the right.
But there's so many 2-laned highways just around here. I get so frustrated when people just drive in the fast lane. Get your ass over. You're not supposed to be over there. If you're over there, you pass and you go back.
Say it. The signs say left passing only.
You know who is a terrible offender of this? Yes. Tracy. He resides in the left lane. And then I watch people zoom past his ass because he's going too slow, but he don't get the hint.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Tracy, you've been put on notice, bud. I'm sorry.
Yep. I thought of this when we were driving to Alabama.
Stop it. Okay.
He did some of the driving, and I was like, get over.
This is blowing me.
Get your ass over.
Yeah, that is frustrating, especially if you're coming up quickly.
And you slowing me down.
You're even with someone in the right lane. Now, this ain't making no sense to me.
No. Get over.
Move.
Pass them.
Move.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
My second one. Which one do I want to do?
You got that?
No, I'm not gonna get on to James this time. I'll save that for next time.
Okay, that's something to expect.
This is something that happens to me so often, and I have decided I dislike it.
Okay.
When someone is telling me a story, and the story could be about anything. They could be talking about, oh, my neighbor, I was cutting my grass and they came out to talk to me, and then they randomly mention what race they are, and always the person's not going to be white because the person who's talking is white. And why would you point out to me that someone else you're talking to is white?
Correct.
Fucking stop doing that.
Yes.
If their race or religion or background has shit to do with this story that I didn't want you to come over and tell me about anyways, leave it out of the story. It is not important.
No, correct.
Stop.
I had to get on to someone in our neighborhood Facebook group because of that. They were talking about this kid that's constantly riding his little motorcycle in the road. And they've talked about him before, and everybody in the group knows who they're talking about. And somebody decided to bring it back up and ask, have you all noticed this little black kid on a bike? And I was like, it's something about this that has hit me the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And I said that. It's something about the way you worded this that has struck me wrong. All wrong. Because we already know who you're talking about. What struck you wrong? The identifiers that you chose to use. Mm-hmm. That's what. I'm going to go toe to toe with
10 kids riding around on a scooter?
Exactly. Our neighborhood is big, but y'all know who he's talking about because we've talked about him before. Y'all to keep talking about this little boy. And then he asked, like, has anybody talked to the parents? And then somebody was in the comments like, his parents don't care. And it gave me, because you know he's black. That's why you think they don't care. Girl, why did the guy end up going and speaking to the little boy's parents? And they did care. That's what I thought. Ooh, I was pissed.
Yeah, that disgusts me.
Me too.
I mean, this happens to me on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. I swear. One time, somebody was telling me a story that I did not care to hear about his neighbor, and he mentioned that he was like an Indian guy or something. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, okay, so I'm holding my breath, waiting for the fact that this is an Indian guy has to do with the story. Oh, we wrap around to the end and it don't?
Right.
Stop doing that.
Right.
Huh? You want me to know that you live in a diverse neighborhood?
Yes, correct.
What am I getting out of this? Or that just rolls so quick off your fucking tongue.
Right.
Get it in check.
Right. Yikes.
Ooh, we ended on a rough note. Okay, no, we like you guys. Come back.
PSA. Right. That's it.
Thanks for joining us for another episode.
Yeah,
you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, at SLMTY Podcast. Our Facebook group, please join it. It's free to join. It is Sis Let Me Tell You Podcast group. You can subscribe to our YouTube, which is Sis Let Me Tell You Podcast. Mm-hmm. And just like you heard in this episode, we had so many listener suggestions. We truly appreciate when you guys do this. It helps us out a ton.
Even if we see it, it's like, they do want us to talk about this. Okay, great. Yeah,
it's like feedback. Like, this is what I want you to talk about.
Right.
Tag us in it. Send it to us in a DM. However you want to get it to us, we'll see it. We'll read it and we'll bring it to the show.
Yeah.
Before leaving whatever app you are listening or watching us on, give us a 5-star rating and leave us a glowing review if you're able to.
Yay!
Thanks.
Yay! Love y'all. It's late. I gotta edit. Bye.
Bye.